Mysteries are all around us, with new ones cropping up almost every day and in a wide range of locations. No matter where you look, you are bound to discover something new and mysterious without an explanation. As the human race ventures further into the unknown, we continue to unearth new unsolved mysteries. From the bottom of the ocean to the deep darkness of caves, so many discoveries are just waiting to be found. Advances in modern technology have led to some fascinating and unsettling discoveries. Some of these shed light on our ancient history as a species, while others serve as clues to puzzles we have not yet cracked. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 recent discoveries that shed light on ancient civilizations. The ancient underground city discovered beneath a house in Anatolia. When you purchase a home, you rarely consider the potential of there being an underground city beneath the floorboards, and yet this is exactly what happened to a homeowner in Anatolia. Mustafa Bozdemir, a man in his 50s, inherited a house half a decade ago and made the choice to restore the estate, only for a subterranean city to be found beneath his house, of which 4,000 square miles have been thoroughly excavated, with more still to be seen. Anatolia is a region of Turkey. The country is known for its abundance with underground cities, such as these. Cappadocia, one of its districts, has over 40 cities built beneath the Earth's surface, and over 200 villages have been discovered underground with actual temples, secret passages, and hidden rooms, and were able to host the lives of entire communities. Erciyes University has been helping the excavation efforts. Bozdemir has confirmed that the team working on the house have indeed found human remains on the site, which have been sent to be analysed. The project director of Guntas, a Turkish restoration agency, has spoken about the fascinating find, saying, "We thought that there might be storage space for food or a stable beneath the house, but had no idea that it was part of an underground city. The underground city that we found by accident during restoration begins a few meters under the ground and has 2 levels. There are parts resembling underground remains of settlements in Cappadocia. Wonderful structures emerged everywhere like an iron workshop and a loft." The mayor of the area, Mehmet Osman Bazoglu, stated, "We think that the underground city was active in the Roman, Byzantine and Seljuk eras, and other stone buildings there were built in the Ottoman and Republican periods." Mayor Osman Bazoglu has announced his desire to continue the excavations until they manage to uncover the entire city, and believes that this city is linked with the nearby towns of Gezi, Zinsadeh and Turan. Clearly, the builders of the structure were vastly skilled in their craft, though modern scholars tend to wonder why the ancient peoples living in the area built these underground cities so intently. One idea is that of cultural beliefs or something more sinister, such as the risk of natural disasters, with researchers saying that these ancient cities are bunkers for catastrophes. Derinkuyu is the most prominent underground city with over 600 entrances, 11 levels, and could have easily allowed a population of several thousand to reside in its underground walls, hidden from the surface. Derinkuyu, Melik Gazi, and all other underground towns have stables, living quarters, livestock quarters, wells, tanks where water was once stored, cooking pits, and even ventilation shafts to cleanse the air and provide necessary oxygen to the chambers. Tombs and bathrooms have also been found in a huge amount of these places. Melik Gazi is far from being as extravagant as Derinkuyu, but its discovery nevertheless is a profound one that leads us closer to finding out the secrets of ancient Anatolia. The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs may have created the Amazon. The asteroid that plummeted to Earth over 66 million years ago and ended the reign of the dinosaurs is a well-known phenomenon. However, recent discoveries have led researchers to believe that the infamous meteorite may have been responsible for something else as well: the creation of the impressively diverse Amazon rainforest. A new study published in the Journal of Science analysed thousands of fossilised plants in an attempt to understand the effects of the mass extinction caused by that fateful asteroid. An estimated 75% of all life on Earth, from gigantic dinosaurs to microscopic bacteria, went extinct as a result, but now the area is home to one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Analyzing the effects of this first mass extinction is crucial in understanding what might happen as a result of a second mass extinction event. What the researchers found surprised them. According to the study, it appears that the same blast that wiped out such a significant portion of life on Earth was also responsible for creating the entirety of the tropical rainforests on our planet. As expected, analysis of plant fossils from before and after the blast revealed drastically altered landscapes. Before the asteroid, the land was full of sparsely growing conifers and ferns, whose wide spacing allowed plenty of light to reach the ground, so unlike the dense jungle that we are familiar with in the Amazon. Following the extinction of millions of species, plant diversity declined an estimated 45%, and analysis of over 50,000 fossilized pollen records showed that angiosperms, or flowering plants, predominated the region for the next 6 million years, covering what had once been a semi-diverse land with what has been called the Reign of Flowers. As the area began to recover from the devastation and new species started to emerge, the plants began growing much more thickly, allowing for dense vertical growth that promoted the development of new species of shade-loving plants that thrived in the new ground level of the developing jungle. The researchers offered 3 predominant theories as to why the regrowth looked so different from what was there before. The first and most widely accepted is that the enormous dinosaurs that roamed the area before their extinction prevented more dense growth simply due to their large bulk that trampled plants, in addition to the sheer number of plants the large herbivores likely consumed. The other 2 theories suggest that falling ash from the blast may have created soil that was more beneficial to the faster-growing flowering plants, or that the extinction of the conifers provided a perfect opportunity for the flowering plants to take over. The researchers were so interested in the before and after of this great meteorite because the Amazon rainforest and surrounding areas are currently undergoing what is called the second mass extinction, only this one is caused entirely by humans. Monica Carvalho, who co-authored the study, concluded with the grim takeaway. The lesson learned here is that under rapid disturbances, tropical ecosystems do not just bounce back, they are replaced, and the process takes a really long time. The findings of the research study are fascinating but grim, as they indicate that if drastic action is not taken, and soon, we may stand to lose the rainforests and all they offer the world, possibly forever. Scientists are watching proteins repair DNA in real time. Delving into more personal matters, let's talk about anatomy, but more specifically, DNA. We all have it. It is the very component in our bodies that not only consists of codes that determine our features, such as if we will have blue or brown eyes, but it also serves to maintain our body's systems in order to function. It is shaped as a double helix and consists of nucleotides, which are molecules that pair with specific molecules. The pairing of the nucleotides contributes to the double helix structure. The interesting thing about DNA is that it is constantly being replicated with each cell division. In other words, your DNA is being replicated as we speak, and on top of that, it does so about 2 trillion times a day, since cells are constantly dividing. Naturally, with such a high quantity of duplications, it is inevitable that there will be mistakes, breaks, or mutations. The scary thought is that if the mistakes are not properly corrected, it can lead to some health consequences, such as in the case of cancer. However, there is a silver lining. Our bodies have repairing mechanisms in the form of proteins that aid in DNA repair. To advance in treating illnesses, scientists have found it crucial to understand DNA and thus its repair mechanisms, in the hope that it will shine a light that someday will prove to be helpful in the fight against diseases. That is precisely why Dr. Donna Whelan from Australia focused on observing DNA repair via an approach known as single-molecule localization microscopy, which allows for focusing on individual molecules and molecular interactions on a smaller scale, as the name somewhat suggests. Through it, she has been able to pinpoint that DNA is repaired by the body in one of two ways typically, either sporadic fusing, where the breaks occur, or via homologous recombination, which is the process where a break is repaired by finding a similar and compatible DNA sequence to attach to the break. The former repair method can be speedy but faulty. The latter is slower but more efficient and less likely to be fallible. Among other observations Whelan made through her introspection, she noticed that a specific protein known as 53BP1 works in an interesting way when it comes to DNA repair. It does not directly work on the repair site, but rather works more as a behind-the-scenes helper, so to speak, as it was viewed to be in the same relative area as the repair site, but not directly at the repair site, but still contributed to the repair. Whelan also cited another observation regarding a protein known as BRCA2. This BRCA2 is typically seen in a negative limelight due to its association with breast cancer. However, breast cancer is a consequence of a mutation in the DNA sequence that corresponds to the BRCA2 protein. And, as it turns out, the protein somewhat redeems itself as Whelan showed that it contributes an essential role in DNA repair, and that there is even a protein that substitutes for it in some cases, which illustrates versatility and redundancy in the different DNA repair mechanisms present in our bodies. All of these observations that Whelan made have left her, among other scientists, to believe that these could very well be useful in applying to modern-day medicine, in the hope of someday being able to replicate them in a lab setting for more effective approaches in battling diseases and disorders. Between the potential sighting of a cosmic string to a long-lost planet within Earth's core to DNA's fascinating repair mechanisms, it is a lot to take in. And believe it or not, these are just barely scratching the surface. It is only a matter of time until there will be a crack in some other age-old mystery or an entirely new discovery. But what do you think of these discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.